Howdy, hi, hello, and welcome on in for another session of Reacting with Rambo. I actually got a decent amount of good feedback the last time I did one of these, and I've been sitting on this Dreamlight Valley announcement for a new DLC that came out for at least a solid week at this point. And I'd really like to see what this DLC is going to be about because I keep seeing little hints about it on social media and I'm like, no, scroll past, we need to react to this. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this trailer and give it a quick little react. For anyone who does not know what Disney Dreamlight Valley is, I have done a previous react to them. I will link it to this video if you want to go check it out as well. Disney Dreamlight Valley is a game that was originally meant to become free to play. However, Gameloft decided to keep it a paid game. And there's tons of little microtransactions that you can do to buy extra skins and extra outfits and extra characters. And there's also DLCs to unlock more stories. But there's also the base game that they release free updates for pretty frequently. They actually just did one recently where they brought the emotions from Inside Out into the free version of the game, or the free updates for the base game, I should say. And you get to hang out with all of the different Disney characters. Like, we currently have Belle in the game, we have Sully in the game, we have Mike in the game. You start out the game with the classics: Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Merlin. You get to have a restaurant with Remy from Ratatouille, as well as with Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. And it's just an ever-growing, expansive world that they're constantly bringing new fairy tales into. The most recent princess that was added in, if I can remember correctly, was Princess Aurora being added in with Maleficent. I actually still need to finish unlocking them in my valley. I am so incredibly behind. But there's hints of a new princess coming in, and there's also hints of horses coming in, because I keep seeing little bits and pieces of this trailer. So that being said, I am going to be watching what is technically a 2-minute announcement trailer over on Disney Dreamlight Valley's YouTube channel. I'm gonna watch it with y'all, and I'm gonna pause it a couple times, kind of give my reactions probably, because that's what we did last time and it seemed to work out. I don't think this one's gonna be quite as long as that one was, but I guess we shall see. I'm gonna switch you guys on over to my full screen layout, and you guys can watch it with me. You might want my camera on though. You might want my camera on. So we're just gonna go ahead and watch this together. Hopefully the volume isn't too bad for you guys, but I may have to adjust it, so please bear with me. Oh, I hear nothing. Why do I hear no volume? Was it? Oh, you know why I might not be hearing volume? About that. Rambo, how about you make sure that things are unmuted properly? Let's try that again, shall we? Take 2.
Hey Valley Villagers, thanks for joining us today for a very special reveal. I'm excited to introduce our brand new expansion, which will be galloping to you this November. New villagers, a new world to explore, and a game-changing feature will arrive to Disney Dreamlight Valley very soon.
Pause. Before you guys watch the rest of this video, comment down below what you think the game feature is. I'm sure half of you already know. The galloping right away gives away the fact that it is horses. Also, it's called WishBlossom Ranch. If you didn't have horses, I would be highly upset. Looking at some of the aesthetic with the picture in the background, it kind of is giving a little bit of Arendellian vibes with the bridge and the flowers on it, but also the village itself that's on her left-hand side. It's something to me between Arendellian and Beauty and the Beast. So something tells me I'm going to be moving Beast's castle here. That might be a nice touch to move Beast's castle here. But like, I don't know. The flowers and the depiction like that is giving Arendellian vibes from Frozen. But the Tudor style of the houses is just screaming Beauty and the Beast and Belle to me. I don't know.
Here's the reveal trailer for our next expansion.
Horses.
Well,
Also, it's a little loud for me. I'm gonna turn it down. I don't know about for you guys, but it's a little loud for me. I'm gonna turn it down just a smidge.
Welcome to WishBlossom Ranch.
I see Snow White. I also see Bill. I told you Bill was in here. I told you Bill was in here. Do you see her? She walking. You see her? You see her right there? Right? I've got a mouse. Why don't I use the mouse? You see her right here? There's Belle. That's a Belle. And then I don't know if you guys can really tell, but down here, there's a yellow skirt. That's Snow White. Snow White is not yet in the game, so Snow White is a new character coming to the game with this update. I'm also not 100% who this looks like over here, but it almost looks like the youngest brother from Mirabelle and the Madrigals and all them. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Yell at me later, okay? Yell at me later. Tinkerbell! Is she gonna be a companion or a character? Also, I cannot reiterate how much I hate the fact that they put some characters from stories in the free, well, not free, but in the free updates to the base game. And then they'll put other characters from those same stories into the paid DLCs. And then sometimes they'll split characters from the same story into multiple paid DLCs. Rapunzel, for instance, was given to us in the first DLC. Okay, I can't think of what it's called right now. I really can't think of these DLC names. They gave it to us in the first DLC where it was much more like Atlantean and whatnot. And then they gave us Flynn Rider, okay, in the second DLC, the Storybook Vale. And we got their villain, Mother Gothel, in the base game. So 3 different characters, all from the same storyline, all in separate places. Wally and Eve were another one that got separated. So Wally was given to us in the base game. Eve is given to us in the first DLC. Who else do we got going on? Aurora and Maleficent obviously both come in the same DLC. Hercules is not in yet. We just have Hades at the moment. I'm trying to think what other pairs we have in the game. Who comes from where? The point is, I'm tired of them splitting things up. Peter Pan comes to us in the base game, right? He's part of the base game. He was one of the biggest, most recent updates in the base game. And you're gonna give us Tinkerbell as part of the third DLC? You need to stop splitting the characters up. I don't like you splitting the characters up. What happens? I know it's that for them to try and get money. I know it's for them to try and get money. It's a money grab. They want the money. But what happens when somebody, like a little kid, is playing Dreamlight Valley because it comes free on Xbox Game Pass if you pay for the Game Pass, and they don't have... Although I've heard rumors that you're going to be getting access to the expansion passes on Game Pass soon, which makes me just a little bit mad because I've paid for the expansion passes, but I digress. But you only get the base game on the Xbox Game Pass, and they're playing the base game, and they get Peter Pan, and they want to have Tinkerbell, but guess what? They can't get Tinkerbell because Mommy won't buy them the DLC. I understand that you are trying your best as a company to make money and get money out of people, but your base game alone is like $35 for the most basic version of the base game. Your DLCs are an additional $35. The world costs money, and I hate it. I hate it. Continuing
Your
now.
homestead in the heart of a vibrant alpine paradise.
See, told you Snow White.
Where horses roam free.
I like that there's a variety of horse
Befriend and
styles.
Take care of your horses.
All right, so looking in the background, I'm seeing Elsa. So you've got Frozen going on. I'm seeing Snow White again. I think I saw Belle again. I think I saw Moana.
Free.
Yeah, I saw Moana. So Moana's visiting and saying hi.
Friend and take care of your horses.
And then obviously we have the horses. That's so cute. I love the horses. They're gonna be able... Okay, so I thought maybe the goose was gonna be a companion. No, well, technically yes. Technically yes. The goose looks like it's going to be one of the different creatures that we can tame from different areas. Because we had the white goose that was following Snow White around, and now there's a yellow goose. So it looks like the goose is going to be one of the new types of animals that we can like tame and feed and give snacks and have help us collect things and whatnot. I'm assuming that the horses are the same way, where there's going to be like 5 different types of horses roaming a specific area, and we tame those horses to be able to hang out with them. I'm not sure if that's necessarily how I would have implemented horses, but I also don't know how else I would have implemented horses, so I don't know. They feel bigger than companions, especially if we're going to be riding on them like this and having them help us water crops, which, speaking of which, I am appreciating that they can help us water the crops. I'm going to assume that we're going to be able to water more crops with them than if we're just watering by ourselves, because currently the max I've been able to water at once is 7, where you do 4 crop plots on the bottom and then 3 on the top, or 4 on the top and 3 on the bottom, and it'll water 7 plots. That's all I can seem to manage. Typically I'll do 6 at a time, 3 and 3, and just work my way down and around. I want more information on how many plots at a time my horse can water, and do I have to keep telling them to keep watering, or is it just going to go down the line, or what's going to go on with that? Obviously, we're also getting new ingredients, which means we're going to have new ingredients to collect and sell. We're going to have new recipes to make, and I don't think I'm even caught up on all of the recipes for the Storybook Vale update, because your girl has not been playing like she should. What else does getting new food mean? Oh, getting new food means I have to increase my storage areas.
And build the ranch of your dreams.
Okay, so I haven't seen any other... Oh my god, that looks like Maximus. Homeboy, you better be giving me Maximus. And I better be able to give him to Flynn. I found out recently, I don't know where I missed it in their updates, but I found out recently that you can assign certain companions to certain characters because they're in the same storyline. So, like, I can assign... I can assign... Who the heck did I just assign recently? I just assigned characters to people recently, and I can't even remember who I assigned people to. But, like, I'm pretty sure Prince Eric's dog is in the game, so you can assign... No, it's not Prince... Yes, it is Prince Eric's dog. Prince Eric's dog is in the game, but I don't think I assigned him. You can assign the carpet to Aladdin or to Jasmine. You can assign... Hey to Moana or to Maui, and then same with Pua. Pua can be assigned to Moana or Maui. So you better give me Maximus, and I better be able to give him to Flynn Rider. That's all I gotta say.
Side your new friends.
That looks like Maximus to me. He's giving Maximus attitude.
A new adventure is waiting for you in WishBlossom Ranch. Saddle up! Disney Dreamlight Valley WishBlossom Ranch launches this November.
So I have to wait 2 months for this.
That's right. Rideable mounts are coming to Disney Dreamlight Valley. Along with this, we're excited to bring the original Disney princess, Snow White from Disney Snow White, to the valley along with...
Was that a sunbird from the original, not DLC, but the original base game? Are sunbirds going to be in this realm as well?
Excited to bring the...
It looks like a sunbird there with Snow White. It looks like it's got the same wings as the sunbird in the Sunlit Plateau. So our sunbird's going to be in multiple places now. Oh, we're also going to have more flowers and bushes and stuff. Joy. I need more storage space, man. I need y'all to increase. I say it once, I say it twice, I say it every single time I talk about Dreamlight Valley. I need y'all to increase how many different decorations I can have in an area. I need to be able to decorate to the fullest and use things from my DLC and my base game and my base game and my DLC, and not be capped at 300 different types of items and not be capped at 3,000 items per area. No. Increases, people. Increases. We all want them. The Switch players hate them because the Switches can't stand them and can't function with them, but that is not my problem, okay? I am a PC player. And all of the other consoles other than Switch want to have higher things. So increase our limits, please. Thanks.
Original Disney princess, Snow White from Disney Snow White, to the valley along with Tinkerbell from Disney's Peter Pan. Together, you'll explore the alpine paradise of WishBlossom Mountains and rebuild the WishBlossom Ranch into the perfect home for your new horse.
Whose castle is that? That's not Beast's castle. Whose castle is that? Y'all see it up there, right? Also, I love the Aurora Borealis. Whose castle is this? I do not recognize that castle. Is that That's not Snow White's castle. It can't be Snow White's castle. Is all of this based off of Snow White and I just don't know what Snow White's town looks like? I might have to look up what Snow White's castle looks like. Hold up. I don't think so. I don't. That is way different from that. First of all. Alright, let's. I guess look at this one. It's got the red roof. I don't know. Do we think that's meant to be Snow White's castle? I guess. On that same note. Am I thinking too much about modern movies? Although I guess Belle's not technically a modern movie. Literally puts animated movie, gets live action. Puts animated movie, gets live action. I don't know if they necessarily show us Snow White's village is the issue. That's Belle. This one says Snow White. They've got the red roofs. Okay, so maybe it's based off of Snow White's village, and I'm just looking into it too much. It screams Arendellian vibes to me. The color scheme, the depiction of the flowers on the post, it screams Arendellian to me. Like, watch, ready? Hold up. We're looking things up. It just, okay, maybe not. Maybe your girl's just dumb. Your girl might just be dumb. Okay, let's agree to disagree and say that I'm just dumb. No, see, look, the flowers. The flowers. They put the little flowers on things. There's gotta be more flower details somewhere to prove me right. There's some flowers there. I don't know, man.
Friends. Along with your own customizable
You
horse,
tell me in the
you'll
comments.
also get to befriend and ride the tempestuous Maximus from Disney's Tangled.
I told you Maximus is coming in. All right, first of all, okay. Back to my characters and different things now. Mother Gothel comes in the base game. Rapunzel comes in the first DLC. Flynn Rider comes in the second DLC. Maximus comes in the third DLC. If you want all of the Tangled characters that they have in game, you now need to spend like over $100. 35 for the base game, 35 for the one, 35 for the next, 35 for the fourth. $35 times 4 is $140, right? Because 30 times 4 would be 120, and then another 20 is 140. $140, not including any taxes that you may have to pay. And that's if my pricing is accurate. To get all 4 of the Tangled characters.
There's still so much more to WishBlossom Ranch, and we can't wait to share it with you all in our 2025 Disney Dreamlight Valley Showcase stream, which will take place on October 15th. So mark your calendars and stay tuned to our social channels for more details. Thanks so much for joining us, and see you in the valley.
I definitely need more information about this. let me know in the comments below if you would like a full react to their full reveal on October 15th. And I'm going to watch it regardless, but if you guys want to see it, I will record a full react to that. And we'll see how that goes. There was also like a little secondary thing that they did for the WishBlossom Ranch update. It was a little baby thing. A little baby thing. Like the little baby thing. The little baby thing. Oh, I already watched it. Although I didn't mean to watch it.
Welcome to WishBlossom Ranch.
Okay,
Your
so
homestead in
it's
the
essentially
heart
what
of
we
a
just watched.
vibrant
It's just the other
alpine
one had a lady
paradise,
talking.
where horses roam free. Befriend and take care of your horses.
Maybe the flowers are more tangled
Build the
than
ranch
Arendelian.
of your dreams. Alongside your new friends.
Your girl's just mixing up all of the Disney things at this point. Your girl's just mixing up all of the Disney things at this point. I can't even. I do have an additional question though. What's gonna be the conflict in this? The original DLC that we got, the conflict was that Jafar wanted to rule everything, and so we had to defeat Jafar, and we also had to deal with who's-a-ma-call-it, the black and white guy, Oswald. We had to deal with Oswald turning the world gray. So that was the conflict in the original DLC. In the second DLC, our conflict was Hades and Maleficent duking it out and essentially creating another portion of the Forgotten where their stories were getting erased. Sorry, spoilers for anyone who has not played the DLCs. They've been out for a while at this point. I'm so sorry. What's the conflict going to be here? Obviously, we're restoring the village. But are you really only giving us 3 characters? Is it really only going to be Snow White, Tinkerbell, and Maximus? And Maximus isn't even technically a full character. There's got to be more to this DLC. There has got to be more to this DLC. I can't imagine paying $35 for half of a DLC. The first DLC, we got Eve. We got Oswald, we got Rapunzel, we got Jafar, we got Gaston. Is that all we got character-wise? I think that might be all we got character-wise. So we got 5 characters in the first DLC. Eve, Oswald, Rapunzel, Jafar, and Gaston. 5. In the second DLC, we got Merida, we got Flynn Rider, we got Hades, we got Aurora, we got Maleficent. 5. So far for this DLC, we have Snow White, Tinkerbell, and Maximus, who is not even technically a full character. He is just one that you can ride on. So I'm not counting him as a full character. So who are the other characters that we are going to be unlocking? Because if it's just Snow White and Tinkerbell, this is not worth $35. And maybe that's my hot take, and maybe I'm thinking of it wrong. But if those are the only 2 characters you are giving us in this DLC, it better be half price. It better be half price. Technically, it should be third price, but half price. It should not be $35. It should barely be $20. Maybe $15. I'll give you $15 for it. You're giving me 2 characters and horses to ride on. $15. Best offer. Take it or leave it. They're not going to, but who else do you think they'll bring in? What other characters do you think are coming in? What feel does the decorum give you in the little clips that they've shown us to make you feel like certain characters are coming? Leave it in the comments below, and we'll see what happens when they do the full reveal on October 15th, I guess. I was hoping for more information out of this, man. I was hoping for more information. It's leaving me high and dry, and I can't stand it. Until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you the next time I decide to do a Rambo Reacts. Goodbye!